Hello, Music Tech classes. It is Thursday, April 23rd, and here is our review / new lesson on sharps, flats, whole steps, half steps, and major scales. Here we go. So, to review, sharp means to move the frequency higher, which is to the right on the keyboard. So if I play G and I move up to this black key, that is called G sharp because I started on G and I moved up. Same thing here. If I play D and I move up to this black key to the right, that is now D sharp. Flat means to move down, lower the frequency, or go to the left on the keyboard. So if I play G and I make this flat, that means to drop down one key to this black key here, which is now called G flat because it is to the left of G. And here is D. And if I move to D flat, that would be here. Next, whole steps and half steps. A whole step is when you skip one note. A half step is when you skip 0 notes. So, from E to F is a half step because there's no note in between. From E to F sharp is a whole step. And so in order to make that a whole step, I move F up to F sharp. That is E to F sharp, a whole step. You would not call it G flat in that situation because whole steps and half steps should always change letters and never skip letters. Moving on. Here is A flat. If I move up a whole step from A flat, I am on B flat because I skipped the white key. If I am on F and I move up a whole step, I would get to G because I skipped the black key. If I am on D and I move up a half step, that would move up to this black key, which is called E flat. Sometimes we could also call it D sharp, but with whole steps and half steps, whenever possible, you want to change letters. So one more time, from C to D would be a whole step because I skipped this black key. From C to D flat would be a half step because I skipped nothing. Final review. Major scales are made up of the pattern whole step, half step, whole step, half step, which you should know. So, starting on C, I move up a whole step to D. I move up a whole step to E. I move up a half step to F. I move up a whole step to G. I move up a whole step to A. I move up a whole step to B. I move up a half step to C. So, whole step, half step, whole step, half step. The C major scale uses all the white keys. And do one other example. If I do the D flat major scale, starting on D flat, first I move up a whole step, skip one note, land here. You got to use one of every letter, and since we're in a flat key, you have to use all flats. So that would be a whole step to E flat. Now I need another whole step. Skip E, land on F. So that's a whole step up to F. Now I need a half step. Skip nothing. The next note is this. That's going to be G flat because G is too far away, so I have to move it down to make it fit. Next is a whole step. Skip the white key, land here. That's going to be A flat. Next we need another whole step. Skip the white key, land here. That's going to be B flat. Now we need another whole step. Skip the B, land on C. Now we need a half step, which is the immediate next note, D flat. So the D flat major scale goes D flat, up a whole step, E flat, up a whole step, F, up a half step, G flat, up a whole step, A flat, up a whole step, B flat, up a whole step, C, up a half step, D flat. So here's your activity for today. I'm going to play 4 major scales, and in each one, I'm going to make a mistake, and you're going to write down on the piece of paper what note was the mistake and how to fix it. Here's an example. This is not number 1. This is the C major scale. And you would say, I made a mistake playing F sharp. It should have been F natural. Because I went whole step, whole step, whole step, when it should have been a half step. Another example, if I were to play C major scale. You would say B flat should have been B. So, here we go. This is number 1. Starting on D. Number 2, starting on E. Number 3, starting on F. Number 4, starting on G. So one more time, the format is write the name of the note that was wrong, and then what note should it have been using the pattern. See you next time.